Okay, so this is the ship launch fighter demo series. First one I'm going to play with is the Condor. Okay, I'm just going to instruct the ship to stay wherever it is. The ship will follow me by default otherwise. Just remember to do that. Okay, now we're going to do a bit of flight testing just to see how fast and manoeuvrable this fighter is. Take a look at the outside. Here it is from here. From the rear. Right here. Yeah, this one's fitted with beam lasers. They come with different options weapon-wise. These are gimbal beams, and they can move slightly on their mountings to try and stay on target, as you will see at the moment. Just going to get a bit of distance, and what I'm going to do then is a bit of live fire testing against the ship, just to see how effective they actually are. Beam lasers generate a lot of heat, so you can't fire them continuously. Or they just overheat. They do cool down pretty quickly in the fight though. This ship is a Type 10 Defender. It's absolutely massive, it's a very big tank. It is also a very big target, especially from above and below. The name is very tongue-in-cheek. It's about stealth in the thundercloud, but it is fun. This is point-blank range. You notice to the left of the radar scanner display, the blue icon, that's my ship, and the rings indicate the shield strength. It's now at 84%. Well, I've hit it a few times, but it hasn't done a great deal. Beam lasers are pretty effective, but against something like that, they only do so much. The 2 kilometers is pretty close. In a real combat situation, you rarely get that close to your enemy. Not for enough time anyway. What I'm going to do is just keep shooting and see how far I can take the shields down. If it's going to have any real effect. 67%. Done 57%. They regenerate fairly slowly on the ship, but they do regenerate. So all the time I'm not hitting them, they're building back up again. Once the shields are completely down, it's down to the hull armour, and how long that will hold out depends on its own strength. It's going to change back to the ship to try the reverse. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to shoot the fighter. That's what I've been instructed to stay where it is. Okay, get a bit further away from it first. Going from the very large, hitting a very large target to try and shoot a very small one. One of the fighter's tactical advantages is they're very small and very hard to hit, especially when they're moving quickly. Obviously this particular demo, the fighter isn't moving at all. and even then it's still very hard to hit. 3 kilometres. These are burst lasers, sort of half-acting pulse lasers and beams. Use less power, generate less heat. They're mounted on turrets on this ship so they can track the target, although they're not currently configured to do that. Almost crashing into the fighter, and the shields are still fully up. Another challenge with fighters is the shields regenerate very fast, so in seconds they can be back 100%. So once that shield's down, it's quite some task against a fighter. Multi-cannons, which are like machine guns, kinetic weapons. They can attack hull more so than shields, so they will take the shields down if I can hit it. Again, quite difficult to hit with just a small target, especially from this distance. It's worth noting these will be a lot more effective against the ship than they are against the fighter, just because of the size difference. Not even hitting it, am I? It's just such a small target. Change the turret mode that actually move on the turrets rather than stay pointing forward constantly. Might give him a better chance of actually scoring a few hits. Notice this fighter's just sitting there, shields at 100%, hull at 100%, not affected at all despite all the throwing at it so far. It's a sensible sort of distance to be fighting it from. In this mode, the lasers will fire automatically until I on-target the ship. Scored a few hits. Oops. Oops. I didn't actually mean to do that. The turreted weapons moved to track the target and blew it out of the skies. Now, the Bay will rebuild the fighter and launch another one. So, let's launch another one and we'll try the rest of the test. Okay, now I'm going to try some missiles. This is a dumbfire missile. Not guided, just fires the direction you shoot it. Not a great deal of use against ships. Missed. A bit closer maybe. Now we use a Seeker missile, and it's hit. Took the shields down by almost 50%, and they're straight back up again. See? But with missiles, distance really only affects the time it takes them to reach the ship. Okay, let's try a torpedo instead. See what that does to it. Didn't stand up a chance against torpedo. The heatsink launch was unintentional as a misconfiguration of the ship. We're still rebuilding the Condor. Let's launch the other fighter. Now this is a Guardian fighter. XG8 Javelin. Guardians are the ancient race sites I've been flying around and doing things out recently. This is one of the things you can unlock with it. Guardian Tech Fighter. Developed by humans using a lot of Guardian technology, which is very, very alien, as you can see. It's from another world, this whole thing. wiring's very human, but the rest of it. This one is equipped with 3 shard launchers. They fire crystal shards at high velocity. Let's go do some flight tests. They're pretty fast and pretty manoeuvrable, not quite as much as a Condor, but still pretty good. These are so much fun, these ships. And the cockpit is just amazing on these Starlion fighters. The booster, look at this, lightning comes out of the console. I'm not sure I should be concerned or not. As you can see, it was lovely from the outside, this from the inside. Getting a little bit further away from the ship than I wanted to be, so let's get back to the ship and do the same test as we did earlier. This time using the shard cannons. Targeting reticle turns orange, we're in range. Not very close. Shard cannons work better at close range. Taking advantage of the large target resistant with the Type 10. If I can stay on it. All Guardian fire weapons are fixed, meaning I have to point the fire directly at what I want to hit. The weapons themselves do not move on their mounts. Just taking the shield down a little bit. Point blank range now, 70%. It's having an effect. Let's get some distance. I wanted more distance than that, but never mind.
Assembly complete.
Okay, rebuild the Condor.
Fighter holding position.
Just gonna have a... Okay, now what we're going to do is try firing at the fighter and see how the XG8 stands up to being shot at. Again, very small target, very hard to hit, and the size of the ship doesn't help. Large ships against small targets are rarely that successful. I possibly miss at this range. Truth is that lasers can't quite focus, it's too close. It does look a bit like a TIE Defender from here. Let's try the multi-cannons. We've got to then get a few hits in. The multi-cannons have to reload every so often though. Certainly taking it down now, look at that, look how fast the shield regenerates. So the real situation, if I wouldn't be sitting still like this being shot at, it'd be moving rapidly, so very hard to hit. Okay, let's try missiles. 51% in one hit. Yeah, I'll try and see if I can fire enough missiles in sufficient time to do any more damage. Shield regenerates too quickly. Torpedo, perhaps?
Fighter shields offline. Fighter destroyed.
Yeah, there's just not much chance against that. They're not very tough, those Guardian fighters. They take a lot of punishment. Now rebuilding XG8.